Good morning, Thomas. I see you changed your shirt.
Yeah, Isabella stepped on the other one in the bedroom and was like, "Why is the shirt wet?" And I was like, "It's not wet. That's just the feel of something when it gets so dirty, it just feels wet."
And Isabella
And,
immediately went and took a 2-hour shower.
no, and then she's like, "I could just get you a new shirt." And I was like, "Okay, fine."
What does that say, MTV?
No, it's in Japanese. It's a dolphin with something in Japanese.
Oh, it kind of looked like the old MTV thing. Well, I went clam digging this morning. I am absolutely beat. Got up
I heard
at
about
4.
that.
Got up at
Was
4, went out, clam dug, got our limits, came back, watched the call. So I'm just,
did the clams get you? Were
oh
they
yeah,
big ones?
yep. We always get our limit. We don't, me, the non-competitive one, will not come home without a limit of clams.
No. Sally's not competitive at all.
Not at all. I am hip deep in shoes.
Really?
Thomas, I have, and they're good shoes. Why can't I keep them straight? I've got some that are not listed that should be, some that are listed that are wrong. So I'm starting over again, but about every third day, I forget what I did and have to start. I don't think it's an old age thing. I think I don't know. Shoes are complicated to me. They're not if there's stuff like, here's a pair of everyday shoes, but when they get to be fancy shoes, it's kind of a pain in the neck.
My best recommendation is to stick them all together. So like I've gone through different storage systems. If they come with the box, they stay in the box. If they're individual, I've stored bunches of shoes together in boxes. So you go, okay, box A, and there's 30 pairs of shoes in box A, and then you dig to the bottom to find the first shoes, which then makes that nice jumble of everything you had suddenly a really bad jumble. So then the shoe on the top, it matches on the bottom, and it's just a disaster.
Well,
so
I think you should write that down, patent it, and sell it to new eBay people.
well, so there's the shoe gurus, the shoe gurus are named Rinzy, RNZY. So they store all their shoes on shelves.
Oh.
Yeah, so they store all their shoes on shelves and arrange them all by size and gender. So
now that'd be a good idea, but you'd really have to be into shoes to do that.
You need a lot of space is the issue.
Yeah.
And the major thing that no one thinks about is these cheap shelves that everybody gets. If you look back in the photos, they always fall over. And then you end up with this mess of hundreds of shoes. And it's just like when Isaiah was doing it and Alfredo's doing it, there was a mess of photos like once a week. Anyways.
For storing, I have a pretty good idea. I bought these shoe bags. They're really cheap on Amazon. And I put the pairs in the shoe bags and hang them from the shoe bag string.
I just put them in the same boxes that I chronologically put everything in. So I'll just put them in a bag and then number them. So if the one before it's 103, that one's 104. And then that way everything is stored together. And there's not like, oh, for the shoes, you go over there. You go, when you're pulling stuff, it's all in one spot.
We have 2 things to sell now, because he said he was extolling the virtues of coming up with something and selling it on Alibaba. One of them is we could make like a refrigerator sticker with your shoe storage method. And then of course there's my diapers for resellers who don't want to stop listing to go to the bathroom.
Well, they shouldn't.
No, they shouldn't. I mean, I can clam dig without having to stop to go to the bathroom.
Instead of bringing the laptop into the bathroom, you need to bring the bathroom to the laptop.
Let's see, how would that work? Yeah, well, it's called a bucket. Why are we doing this? Somebody sent me something and they said, this is $1 billion idea. And picture a vacuum cleaner hose. And on the end of the hose, well, it's just a vacuum cleaner hose. And the end that you suck up stuff with is kind of flat, like a multi-service thing. The other one hooks on to the vent in your car. So it showed a dude driving along with the air blowing from there up his shorts. So it's made to kind of slip inside your shorts. So they said, you'll never be hot driving again. And I'm thinking, yes, and it's classy too. You pick up a date and you say, excuse me, while I hook up my air conditioning directly into my pants.
Why don't you just turn on the air conditioning?
Well, they wanted more direct application of the cold air to parts that evidently need more air. I don't know.
Thanks, Susie. Someone sent that to you. You got great friends.
I know they do. They send me a lot of really good stuff. They said, this is $1 billion idea.
Okay, so Sally,
Yeah.
we had a call today. It was pretty weak. I'm gonna give it a, I don't know, 2 on watchability, just because I can't think of what.
Tell me why. I usually watch from the beginning and take notes, but I was clam digging today and I didn't do that. What was the call supposed to be, and what did it wind up being?
So the call was reviewing Chris's calculator and doing the thing that we always do of how long does it take to clean shoes? If we're putting it in the computer, is that a 30-second operation or a 1 minute? Oh, it's a 5 minute. No, it's a 2 and oh, it's a 3. And then if you're pulling items, is that a 30-second? No, it's 1.5 for me. And if you're going to the post office, is that a half hour? No, it's a 22.
I got in on the part where they said, what do you count the drive time? And he said, no, you don't count the drive time because somebody's warehouse could be an hour away from their house and somebody could be doing it in their kitchen. And I saw a clam and went and dug it. So I missed why that was important.
So that's it. It was a lot of talking about the calculator, which I've never used. The only calculator in the group I've ever used was Shane's, and that was good. And then all of these, I think he'd be able to sell them much better if he was like, here's how you use the calculator rather than I'm redoing the calculator. Like, great. But anyways,
I don't even know how to get the calculator. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out how to do the listing part. So I don't really want to, I don't want the embarrassment of knowing how bad I am, you know.
I don't know how to access it. Then again, I don't have a whole ton of interest. So there's that. And then we talked about.
You reminded me of that. I saw a nature film last night where guys were in, I don't know, on the Amazon River or something, and these hippopotamuses, who evidently are more dangerous than a whole bunch of other things.
That's a fact everybody knows, because apparently people are hanging out with hippos. People are like, more people die from hippo attacks than any other attack. I'm like, why? Are you hanging out with hippos? Like, are we?
You look like this hippos.
Are we choking on hungry hippos? Like balls?
Maybe.
How are they? I don't know. So apparently hippos are really dangerous. Look out for hippos, not lions.
You know what else hippos are? In Seattle, they have a wonderful zoo, where they used to. And after Halloween, they would take all the pumpkins, and evidently pumpkins are like, think of the thing you like the best in the world and multiply it times 5. And that's what how much hippos like pumpkins. So they would take this thing of, and the hippos would know it, and they'd all swim over and they'd open these giant mouths, and people would be hucking pumpkins into them.
Just explode.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. They don't have like a real tender mouth.
What do you think though, that you like, if a hippo were after you, how fast can a hippo run?
They say real fast. That's why apparently hippos are dangerous, because apparently they're man-eaters.
Your corgi has legs this long, you know.
She's still fast though.
Yeah.
Lower to the ground means more steps. More places.
Yeah, I guess so. At lower center of gravity, I guess.
She's pretty speedy.
Anyway, so now that we have gone to hippos eating pumpkins, I'm going to make banana bread today. I'd want some. You like banana bread?
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I make really, really good banana bread. I might just film some of it, since we can do anything we want on this channel.
We can do anything we want.
I also have my showing how to make the THC arthritis rub. I have that on.
Ooh, fun.
I could post that. I mean, that would be a broad interest, wouldn't it? So you went from that in the, was there a theme for today's show? Call? You don't remember?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
That's your responsibility to write it down.
I know. I was clamming. Did I tell you?
Have you noticed how most of the responsibility of everything is you? Sally, you need to record it. Sally, you need to upload it. Sally, can you write down this stuff? I'm just going to listen and then show up and then leave. How about
Yeah,
that?
but what's
Because
funny
I'm the
is
real star, Sally.
I'm
What?
terrible at it, and you still have me do it. Like you'll say, okay, where is the list that we wrote down? I'll say, oh, it's here. So I lost it. You'll say, oh, okay.
Well, let's
So-
make a new one. Well, they're called teachable moments, Sally.
Oh, geez, please don't say that. I'm going to shoot you if you say teachable moment. Teachable moment.
Teachable moment.
By the way, I listened to your little song. Oh, wait a minute. You're YouTubing. You're whatnotting today, aren't you?
I'm whatnotting today. Here we go.
What
7
time? I
p.m.
am going. I swear to God, I'm going to be on it. What time is it?
7 p.m. Eastern, so 4 p.m. your time.
Set a 3:30 p.m. alarm. I don't know why she says one moment. Like, what else are you doing? It's still, as she says, still working. For God's sake, it's not a union job. Now she says 1 sec. Don't say 1 sec. Okay.
Not a union job. Quote of the day.
Now it is set. Now it's set.
Quote of the fucking day. Not a union job.
Like, does your like my watch gets really, and my phone gets really casual with me. Listen. Hey Siri. That bitch won't talk now.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Oh, because I called her a bitch. She doesn't like that. But I found out that mine now, instead of saying yes, it says, yeah. Yeah, what kind of a response is that? You know,
Sally, do you want to have a formal relationship with your Apple Watch? Is that important to you? Is that something that matters to you?
Yeah. Like, I mean, it's laying there in my arm. What else is it doing?
What do you need it to do?
Who is the queen? See, she's not even answering me anymore. Oh, somebody's answering me in there. That doesn't. Why am I off on this watch? Yeah. And besides that, she changes her face at night. I have no idea why. All of a sudden I get up and it's completely different. But I do have a big thing that now says you have a 3:30 alarm. So I'm going to be there. Are you going to do the same thing with Whatnot today that you did before? Lose a lot of money?
Oh, I'm definitely going to lose a lot of money. It's just going to be me this time. I'm definitely auctioning off bangers just because, you know, why not?
What is a banger eyeglass?
Like a good brand, like a good Oakley, a good Ray-Ban, that kind of thing.
Why are you doing this again if you lose money?
To see if I can get some traction to the point at which I can do it and not lose money on it.
Okay, you think that is possible with Whatnot? I don't think it is.
I have no idea. I mean, I know that a lot of people are doing very well with it.
Or do they say they're doing really well with it?
No, they're doing very well with it.
I have my doubt. I really have my doubt. People lie, you know.
Well, I mean, if you're buying something for $1 and then selling it for 10, and you could sell it for 15 on eBay, we don't have to do any of the work.
Yeah, but I don't. It's finding those items that you buy for $1 and sell for 10.
Yeah, I guess so. Here, like I have some things that I bought for $1 and some things I bought for $20, $25, right? So there's a range of what I'm auctioning off.
Well, do you have an amount of money? Like, I'm only going to lose $1,000 before I decide this isn't my thing.
No, I've probably already lost that.
Why don't you just send me money? And I'll even say, oh, Thomas, you're so good. Thomas, you are the best. I love your shirts. Most people would change your shirt every day, but you don't have to because you're so good. Okay, that'll be $200. It's more joy than you got out of losing $200 on Whatnot, is it? Isn't it?
That'll be a great Whatnot. A great one. Hey, yeah, it's Sally and I's first Whatnot. What are you going to talk about? Oh, we're going to auction off praise.
Do you remember when Fiverr, people would use Fiverr to have people call and say ugly things to their boss and stuff? That's
Hey, what if we, oh man, this is really,
oh, wait a minute.
oh
I'm with
God.
you.
Why don't religious figures use whatnot to auction off prayer?
Boy, you surprised me with that one. That would be a great idea.
That's so brilliant. Oh my God.
Right now, they just use the
I've-
Sunday morning
but-
religious channel to do that.
$500. 10 Hail Marys. 10 at 600. 15 Hail Marys.
Did I say 15? If you do it in the next 10 minutes, you get 17. And a Ginsu knife.